right, guys. Welcome to another episode of BeanTown Banter and Bullshit. Um, we got a good one tonight. My man Chris Winfield, he's all about the beast movement. His son plays for the South High Colonel football team this year that just went bananas. We shared um, we had a TikTok, a Facebook reel, I think it was, that got almost 10,000 views. And it was an Angelo LaRose TD that we labeled after a massive block, and it was Chris's son that actually put the block on the kid. Unreal. So we're going to talk about that tonight. On top of Chris's history, uh, he was on those South High Colonel teams that went bananas back in the day. He's on the Marlboro Shamrocks. He does a lot for the community. We're going to have a good time tonight. Looking forward to this one. Tonight, we want to thank Emily's Interiors out in Shrewsbury. My man, Joe Cupsis, helped me get here. Without him, we wouldn't be here tonight. Also, Platt's Landscaping, another big sponsor. My man, also a South High Colonel, has had my back since day one, so we wouldn't be here without those guys. Now, we'll give a shout right now to Chris's movement. His idea is the Beast Movement, thebeastmovement.com. You can also catch him at Chris R. Winfield at gmail.com. Personal trainer. They got a pretty good fitness apparel thing going on down there. We're going to talk about that as well. He has a gym around there. It's I believe it's Chris Fit. We're gonna get it all to you guys tonight. We appreciate you guys checking in. Thank you again, and we're gonna get going here.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, here we are. We already gave you the introduction, but here's the real introduction. Tonight, I got my man. You guys know South High has been on fire in all ways. We got my man here tonight, Chris Winfield, the Beast Movement. You guys already saw the promo. If you don't already know him, this right here is the epitome of what this whole podcast is about, man. The people that, like, not that you need the spotlight, because I think you got a good one, but you're kind of under the radar, bro, for what you really do for the kids and what you're all about for this community, man. I recognize it. I went to every South High football game first and foremost. As a father, you're there every game on the sidelines. And I was there this year doing my thing. I watched you talking to the crowd and, in a positive way. The support is just what we need more of. We need more of you out there.
That's a good look. I got, it's my son, he's playing, and my grandson is playing, and my nephew is playing, all on the same team.
It's crazy. How do you even have a grandson? I mean, yeah. But I don't even see a gray on that screen right now, my
man. They say it don't crack, right? So I'm just trying to roll with it. Right?
Phenomenal, my man. I know you keep yourself up, you keep yourself in good shape. So the Beast Movement, man, tell me about it, because even when I spoke to you at the game, but I saw the logo and I was like, man, that's bad. But I didn't realize, that you had all that going on with the gym and everything. Tell me about the Beast Movement.
The Beast Movement is just a brainchild from me and my partner, Kai Tatum. He's also a trainer down where we at. We're like independent contractors in this gym space. I'm Chris Fit. So, the Chris Fit experience is, my style, my brand of training. Whereas everyone has like, just I didn't want to be cookie cutter. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to be that guy that's just like, oh, I'm a personal trainer, two sets of biceps and 2 sets of this, and then, move on. I have a whole training system style that I first feel that was unique, because I've been through powerlifting. I used to be a bodybuilder and do competitions. I play football. So I kind of like combined all my training from different, because those are all different styles of training. So I combined it all to like like a functional fitness style thing for sports, for just life in general, whatever comes at you, that you be able to, like, you could help grandma with the luggage at the airport, or what I'm saying. It's nothing sadder than see somebody that can't pick up grandma's luggage at the airport, man.
No
But
doubt, man. No doubt. I get that. I get that.
You could do that. You could help with the groceries. You could do whatever, but you also look good, and you can do the other functional things out there in the gym. You can lift and you can do whatever, but it's a little bit more than bench pressing and squatting.
Yep, no doubt. I see that too. So like CrossFit, I get it. The cardio, you must mix it all together. You gotta.
Yeah, it mix it all together. It's a lot of strength and conditioning. I enjoy it because I get to see people do things like, they couldn't do 5 push-ups, and like, and then they're doing like things they never thought they'd do before, flipping tires and lifting big weight, they body change and stuff like that. And then you got the guys that's, sports guys, for a while, I was training the Mass Pirates when they first came to Worcester. So I was dealing with all them. And then during the COVID time, everything got shut down. The whole world got shut down.
Yeah.
So, we was training hard. We was waiting for them to give us the green light for the season, but unfortunately didn't do that. And then, I was just part of the community liaison for the Mass Pirates. So anything that went on during the first couple of years, like, doing the St. Patrick's Day parade, or anything with Easter seals, or just doing heart walks or anything like that, getting the team to the hospitals to see people with cancer or whatever. That was basically my job, connecting the team to the community. So anything that went on that you've seen the Mass Pirates doing in the community was basically because the community liaison like myself was sitting back, speaking to people, getting these dates, getting these guys to go to the schools and talk to the kids and do stuff like that.
I love that, man. And regrettably, I've said on this podcast that my first game for the Mass Pirates was the semifinal before they went to the championship game. I mean, it's it's downtown Worcester, and you can see football. Like, Garrett Hartley was a kicker, Super Bowl dude. I mean, they got 27 guys that played in the NFL or something like that.
Yeah.
AJ, my partner on Wednesday nights for my boxing pod, he's tight with Jawad, and it's amazing that it doesn't have the spotlight that it should in the city, for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a great show. It's great for the kids.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. We get to bring them down. As a trainer, it was cool because I had my logo and everything in the end zone. It's like Chris Fit. Everybody was like, people would come by and they recognize it, like, oh snap, like, that was cool.
Yep. Awesome.
Those type of things. But my main thing is, as everyone knows, is in the gym, man. Yeah. I'm in the gym. If it got something to do with getting your body right, man, that's all me right there. That's my bread and butter. That's where I live, man.
I've heard it, man. I've heard it. So yeah, you played a little bit of football, I guess. So I mean, here we can pop this off. So what year did you play for South High? You were in the glory years, weren't you?
The glory years in the 80s, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to.
I got a little age on me, man. I got a little.
You would never know. No, like I said, I don't see any gray in this screen. But what years did you play? Was it?
It was the 88 year, but I was like real small guy. I was basically on the track team and a guy that can actually run. So it was like, hey, let's try this. Yeah. But I didn't last very long over there. I tried to run around, but I had them big guys like Brian Watson and all them crazy guys. So I was like, I was like a little pipsqueak back then. So that wasn't too much of that in my future.
I get
you get banged around once or twice. You start realizing like, maybe I should stick to running.
I mean, those years, those were dynasty years, really. I mean,
but I still had the love for football, and I moved away, so I went back to New York because I'm originally from New York, and I went back to New York, and Then I finished, like, started my football career there, with college, and then just going on. Then I got hip to coming back out here, of course, with my children and everything. I got hip to the semi-pro scene, you know. Started out with the Wildcats, and then I moved on to the Mass Fury when my son was old enough. So it was my son and I, after he graduated from South High playing ball in 2006, they were the undefeated team that won. My son Shippy, and we got together and was like, what cooler thing, some parents get to watch their kids play and relive their glory years, and me and my son get to play together. So it's so cool.
Phenomenal, man.
Now we won a
That's
couple
awesome.
Now we got a couple championships under our belt, because now we are the Shamrocks. We're #1 in the nation. We just won the national title.
Honestly, this is why I was pumped that you are here tonight, man. How did you guys get to a national championship? It seemed like nobody knew the path. Like, it seemed like it just popped up. Like the Pirates, that should have more of a spotlight, man. A national championship. I mean, that's something Worcester's got to be proud of, man. We got to work on that. We got to work on
absolutely, man. Absolutely. Them guys work hard, man. We turn out, we have a good game, with the Worcester Mass Fury, we won the championship, went down to Florida, played against a team from one year we played against the Maryland Arbiters. We got a big win down there for East Coast. Then we played against the Michigan Force the next year, which was like a national game. So, when we was always ended up ranked, it was like a bowl game, but you ended up ranked. And, luckily this time we're #1, man. We ain't just win a bowl game and still, number 4 or 5. This year we are #1.
That's phenomenal, man. I seen the trophies. I seen, I didn't catch it until the end. You know what I mean? I'm not even a year old, but next time that season starts up, we're going to take a deeper look. I don't know how it even got this far without having a look. You guys should have had the spotlight. So are you done playing? Are you in coach mode? Are you trainer mode?
I'm always training. I get a lot of the kids from like Worcester Cowboys, Worcester Vikings, trying to help kids get ready for the sport. So we do a lot of strength training, because a lot of young guys, they're just raw energy, just raw talent. They could catch, they could run, they could jump, and it's like, it's my job to like turn that into a full athlete, So, so I go through all the strength training and all that stuff like that to get them prepared, to deal with what comes with those pads, So
Love it.
It's pretty cool. Like I said, my son's playing now. He played for the Worcester Cowboys. I've been training him since he can run around in the gym, like 10 years old. Like,
so here we are, right? I gotta explain this. So I put a video out there. The best video I put out is that one that your son made that block in, right? And I can't see the number. I could see it was 60s, but I couldn't see in the beginning what number it was. And then when I was like, man, the reason that video got all those plays was because I wrote massive block in there, I swear. And he just wiped that dude out of that screen. And I seen it live, and I went back to the video and was like, I'm pumped that I got that on tape. On Angelo LaRose touchdowns, they're a dime a dozen. But that one right there was the one that got the most views. It's up to about 13,000 views. Bananas. Yeah, and it was your son wiping that kid out of the screen, man. Phenomenal.
Yeah, he's a good kid, man. I always tell him like, you got so much talent. I don't tell him that's because you're my kid. It's like, you got it, kid. Like, let's go. And most people always say, hey, he's a Winfield. He's supposed to be like that, because my daughter lives too. Ship lives. Everyone knows us for being in the gym. My wife's a trainer. So it's it's like, it's the family business, man.
I love it. For now, I'll tell you, man, this whole, it's like a puzzle piece, this podcast right here. Like it fits, man. I love it all. Tell me about Nikki's gig. So
Yeah, well, it's Chris Fit presents Getting Fit with Nikki. It's basically something for women, where, because a lot of times women come to gyms and, they really have a goal they want to reach, but, they get there and they don't know what to do, or, it's just so crowded, or, and the other part used to be, because, I'm a married man, so, we go through it. It's like, you got all these people in there with the ogling eyes and going back and forth, and girls are trying to get their workout on. Meanwhile, guys are trying to get a date. You know how that go.
Yeah.
But so I created this to have, like, basically a safe space.
Comfortable atmosphere. I like it.
Yeah, where women could just go and work out and not be judged and not be looked at or feel like, it's just women. It's just it's in a private studio. So that way you can get your workout on and not have to worry about what you're wearing or what you're doing. They could be in their element, they don't have to have on makeup or do nothing.
Yep.
Just get in there, get the job done, So I have my wife working with ladies. She's been doing pretty good, got a lot of good results with different people for different things, So
and it seems like they're working. Like it seems like they're really working, not,
Yeah, because people got to do their thing. They got to get that. They got to get ready for that dress, for that wedding, for that prom, for that whatever.
Yep.
Or just getting ready for the summer. Or that get back body because that boy then did something wrong. They gotta get themselves together. That's what I always tell her. I always say the get back body, like them ladies be doing their work.
Yeah.
But it's safe because I'm up front. I'm up front in the gym. With my partner, and we up there working with a bunch of athletes and different people in there. They're in a separate studio, private. So I have her doing that. But they definitely in the safe space. I'm right up front. So women feel good to go there and just be able to be themselves and, work on themselves. So, I'm just
and guys,
happy
after when we're done with it, when we put this recording out, we're gonna put out the ad too on official Shamrock Sports 508. Go to the link. It'll link you right to my man right here, and we'll put Nikki's up there too if it's the same or whatever. But we'll get that info out there. So if you guys are interested, keep an eye out. But on, man. So let's talk some more South High, man. Let's talk South High football. What do you see happening next year?
Well, next year they got a couple of seniors going to take a move on, to the next level or whatever, next part of their life. Next chapter. I see a lot of the kids, actually trying to get themselves in the gym and do stuff. So, I'm looking at it from that standpoint, whereas, everyone's striving to get better. Like, the kids are not satisfied, man. By no stretch of the imagination. They happy. Hey, South was going through a struggle time. We wasn't doing too great. And then, Bob came along, old guy, he coached my son. Well, he was the president of the Worcester Cowboys, and he watched my son and my grandson and my nephew play, and then they all came home, they all came to South, we all old school South heads. My son went and played, my wife was there.
Phenomenal.
Back when Superintendent Benindo was our English teacher, we go back that we go all the way back,
Yeah.
She was just regular faculty, you know what I'm saying? But now, she's way up there, and it's just great to go to the games and still see, back when me and Jeff was in school together, and now he's the principal. Like, this is South, this is family.
Yeah.
So we all together.
It really is. Dude. It really is. I mean, I love
watching these kids though. I'm like, they're all just real eager to hone in their skills, and they're big sponges, man. They just want to work. And this great year that Angelo had, like, wow, it gave the kids someone like a peer that's doing something big. So now they all like, oh, I can do that too. So it kind of like, and it just shows, hey, this is what keep your grades right so you could be on the team. Yep. And work hard, and you can do this too. So now these kids is all like, like my son, I catch him, like he's in the gym and then he's studying with one of the other teammates for English or something. Like, it's so great to watch. Like,
These
I
guys,
sit back.
they're the coaches for the job, man. I'll tell you, between him and Diego in keeping these kids, academics first, then sports. Well, academics, life, and then sports. I mean, really, these guys care about the kids as much off the field as they do on. And
Yeah, absolutely.
it, like you said, it's family. Like I loved watching the crowd that kept showing up consistently to every game, man. I haven't been to a South Eye football game years before now. Maybe since Bismarck played, since I was younger.
Oh God.
I mean, to come back and see that, we didn't even have that when I was playing. The nucleus parents that you guys had coming every game was phenomenal. I think these kids, like Bob said, have all grown up together and played together through the ranks, all the way, like from the Cowboys and through the city. And Diego's kind of doing the same thing with basketball there. The same idea that, like I always say, football is always a brotherhood, but
Absolutely.
the family is what overall matters. You know what I mean? I loved it. I loved it. I see everybody picking each other up. The way these kids are on the field. Angelo's first response in his speech after he got the award was, "It's teammates." That programs are going the right way if that's how it is.
Yeah, they're definitely going in the right direction. I mean, this year coming up, I really feel like this is their year. This is the year where, because you got to remember, this is a real young team. The majority of the kids on varsity were freshmen. They came in freshman year, and it was COVID. So during the pandemic, height, whereas they didn't really have a full season. You had like a 5-game. I just told my son, I said, this is like dress rehearsal, man. It's not AYF no more. We got to get to it. Yeah. So, him, my grandson, they've just been in there training. Like, I mean, on my Chris Fit page, I probably see videos of my nephew, because my sister puts up video every day that he works out. So, he's in there progressing. If you go back in the videos, you get to see, hey, this guy started from here and he's getting up there, so that's pretty cool. But then the other kids come in, they get a shot, everybody got their own little program, but they all start coming together like, hey, what you doing? And now the South has a gym, like, real functioning one, which is pretty cool. I hear that they all got to go in and work out. So it's just always together. Like, I go through that with my team. Like, you hear a lot of guys, we all go together. We work out together. We carry that family feeling. So it's like, one of my offensive linemen got married. Everyone in the wedding party was all linemen. Like, it was, everyone's there, whether it's the birth of a child, whether it's a, unfortunate thing, like my defensive coach, Mr. Harpin, Coach Harpin, his dad passed, fireman, a good dude from all I hear from all accounts, but he has to be a good dude because my coach is a great man. And, that passing went on, and at the wake, it's all the team, we show up. You know why? Because we family.
That's what it's all about.
That's the way, and that's what you hope goes on with these kids. You see it in them. You see it in them every time it's a birthday party or it's something going on. Hey, let's go meet and go to the movies. I'm like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Those are your brothers.
Exactly, man. Exactly. And you just nailed it. That's exactly what I recognize. These kids are going down that path, man. And, I see the football kids at every game, these basketball games, volunteering for the girls, they're being taught the right way, man. And I'm glad to see it. I was, since the beginning, man. I told you, South I's got a different program going right now.
Yeah, this new culture, Coach Bob and them is putting in there, man. It's sticking. It's sticking. This is that's the good part. It's sticking to the kids. They buying into it all the way. They all the way in. So the sky's the limit when you got them like that. They willing to do whatever.
No doubt, man.
Guys are coming in. I used to be a running back, but now I'm this. They don't even care. It's just like, yo, as long as I'm part of the team, I'm part of the family, I'm gonna do my part. And as long as them kids keep doing that, listen, you watch them fight for each other out there on the field, and that's what it's about. Like I was telling my son that, I said, Angelo got a lot of touchdowns. He got a lot of fanfare, a lot of things in the newspaper, every day, like every week. Angelo did it again. I said, well, yo, that line was making road maps for him. There you go. Touchdowns right there, buddy. Go get it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it. I love it. He knows too. Yeah, like I said, the first time he got that, when he got the MIAA award, his immediate words were, "I'm nothing without you guys. You guys are my brothers." That was like,
yeah, that's a big hit. That's great. That's great for him to do because it's great for them to hear.
It's real. It's reality. You need the Hogs, man. Big Jim Miller. You remember Big Jim? It's all about the Hogs, man. You ain't nothing without the Hogs.
That's them big boys. See, that's the reason why Chris ran track a lot, because when you got them big boys like that, you're like, listen, man.
Yep.
Back when I was in school, I was a little pipsqueak, so it was kind of hard to run. So I was like, yeah, let me get back to track. I love football, but
I mean, they were like that was like the Cowboys back then, for Christ's sake. In that era, your era. It was
cool. Like, that's why, like, when I first came out here from New York, I just happened to have like favorite color red. I'd never been to all this other stuff, like, pep rallies and all that kind of thing was like was not so much in the South Bronx. Like, let's just say that. Yeah. Like, it wasn't such a big thing. So, here I am. Someone tells me like, hey, let's go to the pep rally. Me, the guy from New York. I'm like, what that? Like, what's up with that? So they're like, usually in New York, you got a game. Okay, let's go play. Like, they got a pep rally. They got all this stuff going on. So, red's the favorite color. I get to the school, man, and I'm like, whoa, like everything, streamers everywhere. Everybody's running around in red. I'm like, this got to be my school. Like, literally that Monday, I went and signed up to be in the South. I have, my mom's blessing. That's where I'm going, man. So
love it.
And ever since, that's been our spot. So then my son got old enough and he got in there, with Coach Snay, and they had their miraculous run, got undefeated.
Bismarck, right? Was that Bismarck's year? Well, did they play together?
Huh?
Bismarck played back then with Snay, right? Did they play together?
Yeah, I think he played like a year or two before my son, because that was with Shane Swift, and all them guys. Like, I think Shane Swift was on the way out when my son got there, because he was like his sophomore, junior year for 2006 when they went undefeated. So
Colonel history,
that was pretty
man.
Cool.
Colonel history.
Pretty cool to watch that stuff.
Phenomenal.
And I still train. And now he's a Shamrock, Mr. Number 1 in the country. And he still comes. He was just in the gym this morning. I still train him. I still sit back and write up his programs and get them together and get him ready to be, be the monster on the field that he always is. Like, so it's pretty cool to watch that. I keep myself in enough shape to get out there too. And, I may not recover as fast as he do, but I'm all right.
Are you going to play when Little Chris gets there? I don't even feel right calling him Little Chris, but
yeah, he's bigger than me. At 270 pounds, I'm the only one probably calling him Chrissy. Everybody else is like, hey, Mr. Winfield. But yeah, I mean, well, I said that would be like the coolest thing to be to have us all play at least one game. To have us all play this one game, because like I said, my grandson is the same age, so they're in the same class. So when they graduate, hopefully they go on to college and play ball and do them. But if that's not in the cards for them to go do that, if they don't feel like football is the thing, like, in college, and they still just love the game and want to play, then they can come play in the semi-pro circuit with us. And I think even if I was retired, I would come back for that.
That's phenomenal.
It
That's
does. It'll be,
phenomenal.
it'll be me, my oldest son, my grandson, and my youngest son all on the same team. Couldn't, couldn't, couldn't write that up. That's the story right there.
So
It's
now you
amazing that
guys
I'll still be
know.
walking.
You know now why my man stays ready, so we don't have to get ready. He's looking.
Yeah, yeah. Also because I got 5 daughters, so I gotta stay in shape. You know, I gotta chase
Even
boys all over
better.
the place.
That's a whole nother podcast, man. I love it.
I gotta be able, I gotta stay in shape, man. That's why I work out. You know,
I
I
love
tell
it.
people all the time, they be like, yo, you work out all the time. I'd be like, listen, man, I got 5 daughters, I got another 5 granddaughters. I gotta be ready.
Self-explanatory. Oh my God. Self-explanatory. I love it too. We back that 100% here at Shamrock Sports, man.
Absolutely.
So I love what you're doing, man. I love that you're in the sideline mix. First off, I told you I love that you're on those sidelines for all those games, man. That was, that the support. We need more of that next season. I think it's going to grow a little bit. Were you at the Duxbury game?
I was in Duxbury.
I thought I saw you on the hill. I got caught up in the mix in the end zone, man. I don't like
Yeah.
Coach LaRose said the other night. It was like being in the midst of the Roman army or something like that out there.
Yeah, it was crazy getting out there. Yo. Hats off to them. But hey, I mean, that was that atmosphere. You got there, them people at Duxbury was ready to roll.
Yeah.
It was crazy out there. They treated us like true visitors, had us up on the hill somewhere.
Yeah, I did. I didn't even make
away
it
from the
out there.
game. They treated us like real outcasts. I love it. You know, it was just like this is our house, man. Like this is our house. They had us on a hill.
Hey,
We was
it's
sitting
1
over
degree.
there, you know.
It's 1 degree. Go stand on top of the mountain.
Yeah,
Like
go
that
look.
was it. It was cold, man.
Oh, and
But
it was freezing. We had like a couple seats,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
had like the whole stadium seating and everything. We had like one bench.
I had no idea what I was walking into going down there, but I overall I'm glad that I got to witness it because, man, that program is what we want to be someday.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely.
what I mean? Like that's
Absolutely. Like, you know, we was going through the stats. I think that's the most tackles my son had in a game was at that game. Like, you know, the hardest game of all. That's when he got the most out of himself. Like, you know, and I guess that adversity of playing against, you know, higher level kids or just a great program that, you know, he's seen that hey, what dad was saying in the gym is real. So
let me tell
he had to
you,
pull it all together. Yeah,
those kids won my heart that night. To finish that game out and play the way they did against Duxbury, hats off to that entire team. That was the night they really, I mean, they had my heart the whole year, but that night, for them to play that game, and look, it was bad, but
they kept their head up. That's what it was.
Yeah, yes.
It was like, you know, they just kept fighting, man. They was like, yo, yeah, all right, we losing. All right, we losing by a lot. Like, you know, they didn't duck their head down and cry or walk off and, like, you know, give up. So, you know, that's a definite, you know, that's a definite kudos and roses for Bob and to have those kids, you know, locked in no matter what. They stuck together, they played together. Like, I'm like, you know, Bob is doing such a great job with those kids. It's like, you know, kids want to go play for South High. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what
100%, man, 100%.
You know, they're not disappearing. You know how I go off to someplace else or moving to another place where they're gonna be playing. So they actually want to play for South. So, you know, with the academics there, you know, the only way you can actually get there, I believe if you're not in the main South region, I mean, you have to be in something like the Goddess Scholars program, or something that the school has that's a very, you know, aggressive academic program. So, you know, and to have that in main South, to have that in the South community, to have a program that's, you know, pushing academics so hard. You know, hats off to South High for that. Benindo, whoever was in charge of putting that over there.
A long time coming.
They got those kids like, you know, hey, you know, I can't get a C. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I need these high grades. I got to win on these grades. Coach Bob is going to get me.
Yep.
I want to make sure my parents are proud. Like,
Pride.
my kid is happy to go in the what's them portals or whatever they got going on where you could check your grades and you can check your intern report and all that. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. He comes running downstairs with his phone all the time, trying to show me his grades. Like, look at me. I'm doing good. I'm like, yeah.
That's
I'm like,
phenomenal,
awesome,
man.
Yeah. Now let's get to the gym. Let me see. Let's get the new report card out. Let's call the gym report card. Let's see. Hey,
Awesome.
Go right here. Come here, Christopher.
You got the beast here live?
Yeah, he's coming down. He's coming down the stairs with two plates because
Yeah.
he probably upstairs eating kids or something. You know what I'm saying? Look at this guy.
Hey, we can't call you little Chris, man. We're gonna call you young Chris. I guess that
Young Chris. It's that guy right here,
But yeah, Chris, welcome to the show. We love you this year. We want to see you do well next year. You're on the right path. Bro, you got 13,000 views on that kid you wiped out that in Angelo's touchdown, man. It was because of that block. Amazing. And keep it up, man. Anything you want to say to Colonel Nation right now?
What are you going to say to South, man? Put him on the spot. Look at that. He ain't
right.
turned into a little kid now. Now he's little Chris.
Oh, man, yes. Hey, my man, we're proud of you. You guys keep up the good work. Keep working hard. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep the grades up. Just continue down that path, man. You're going to be fine.
No doubt, baby.
We're looking forward to next year. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Next year it's on, he's in the gym getting ready.
Yep.
So yeah, so in the gym, I'm just like I said, I got people coming in, setting up programs for people. I go in there and my assessment is like, that's why it's the Chris Fit experience, because a lot of gyms, you go in and you got that preliminary little assessment that we do, as trainers, we check your heart rate, check these things. And then afterwards, I got what I call like my own stress test. And it's like, after we do all that, we're gonna check your heart rate. I'm gonna check how long you can hold a plank and all the little things, balance. We check on all those things if you're able to do. And then I put together what I like to call, like I said, the stress test. And it's
I like that, man. I never even heard of that.
It's like a workout of a whole bunch of things where I can get those same assessments, but get them in real moments of functioning. I'm not going to it's not just sit there, hold the plank and I count. It's more of, I want to see your balance, your control in actual movements, rather than something that's static and just sitting there. I can better assess what's good for you and what you're good at, what you're lacking, what you need more of, by having this whole workout that I set up that kind of touches everything. It touches balance, it touches core strength, it touches lower body strength, upper body strength, but it's put together as just a workout. And
now that anxiety is real. The anxiety of, I don't want to die if I work out. So I need like an assessment like that. Like, can I do this? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So they get in there, they get in there and they bust their butt, and it's like, some people turn around, they're like, woo, I mean, one of my first workouts when I started going, like when I started changing over from bodybuilding to more functional training and stuff. Listen, man, I puked. Like, the coach, the trainer put it on me, man. I was like, say, oh, you think you in shape, mister? And I'm kind of like, I remember that. So I'm always on that kind of page, because you get people that's changing over, like, the body changes, hey, I'm not 20 anymore, Yeah. So therefore I had to get my body together to be able to, deal with everything. I don't want to be able to bench 400 pounds, but can't shovel the snow in front of my door. Like, so.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
So that's what it's about. It's about those things. I mean, getting in tone and getting in shape and, looking good, feeling good. It's all part of it. It's all part of the process.
What do you do for the nutrition side of it? Like, do you
On
have your own
nutrition side, I
plans?
give nutrition help. I give nutrition help where I sit back and we talk about different meals and different things, what works,
Yeah.
and different types of diet, because everyone has, the preference, whether they're vegan, whether they're, they have different types of diets. So we sit back and we go through things. I'm more on the paleo styled, I would say styled. I'm not gonna say completely paleo, but
Yeah.
it's a paleo styled diet. But I like to call it the horseshoe diet. And what I mean by the horseshoe, when you go into a supermarket and you go around the supermarket and everything is outside, like the fruits, the vegetables, the deli, the meats, and everything is on this aisle. Then you come all the way around, it's like dairy and all that stuff going down, all the refrigerators and stuff. So I say only eat things in the horseshoe. Everything inside the aisles is processed food. There's no such thing as a spaghetti tree, so it's processed. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I say if you stick to the outside, you'll be eating your healthiest, because all you're going to be
awesome,
eating
dude.
all you're going to be eating is meat and veggies and fruit, and you know what I'm saying, real positive grains and stuff. You can get everything you need from out there. You don't got to go inside the aisles and get everything that has all these preservatives and byproducts, because hey, I like a cookie and a cake just like everybody else. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Which is in the horseshoe at Shaw's, man. The bakery's right there. I walk by the birthday cakes all the time, and I'm like, just buy one. But it's never my birthday.
Just buy one, man. Just buy one. Because, but when you think about it, having bread that's like, like whether it's pumpernickel or buy something or just regular bread, a loaf that's being made and it's fresh is so much better than going in the middle of the aisle and there's these processed buns that's designed to last, I don't know, a month or so sitting over there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of different. People get into it when you start eating like that, eating healthy. So on one side, I do nutrition like that, offer nutrition help or suggestions. For a while, I jumped in. I'm an Herbalife distributor.
Okay.
So I get in on that. Some people want to learn about that. Then we get into that. But I'm really into the sports line they have. It was at the
24.
NFL.
This is the 24 line.
It was at the NFL Combine.
Okay.
And I'm like, holy cow, it really landed, huh? Like, because they have two different types. So I'm really into the sports line. That's where I go for like the extra protein and stuff like that, because hey, it's good for you. And the NFL says okay. We got sponsors like that Fighter Cyborg or Ronaldo, the soccer player. Like these are all guys that are like phenomenal athletes, and they all use it.
Yep.
So I've been going that way.
The Herbalife 24 line, we had one of the boxes that we sponsor, TG Castro. He's fighting coming up here. We had odd nutrition spot sponsor him and give him all the protein from the 24 line. So and he did well. They wanted him to cut weight in a different way. And he came out faster the last time, I believe, without dropping any kind of strength. He's going to be big time. TG Castro is fighting, I believe, the 26th of February in Framingham. Come out with us, man. You're more than welcome. We're at every show. Come ringside. We'll be there the 26th at the Sheridan.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a date, man. Sounds like a big deal.
You're more than welcome.
That's what I've been working with now. Just like dealing with the 24 line is actually phenomenal. So when I get with athletes, I get with people and they really want to get into the nutrition part, because that's for everyone, lifting stuff and moving stuff, that's your fun part. That's when you want to be there. So even though it's work, it's fun. It's the diet and the consistency on that, which a lot of people have problems with. I've seen in the years that I've been doing this, that's been like the number one thing. Like everyone's like, oh, I love to work out, I want to do this, but those Oreo double stuffs is the move. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, we gotta have some balance. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, no doubt, man. No
we
doubt.
turn around, like I always tell people, don't completely cut out all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, you gotta have something,
Yeah,
lower
yeah,
portions, especially because dealing with clients from all different cultures. You know what I'm saying? I deal with this client. He's Ghanaian, and I'm like, what you gonna eat, man? How we gonna fix your diet? He's like, man, I eat what mama cook. Like, you know what I'm saying? And mama cooks Ghanaian, and that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta expect him to have that. He ain't gonna tell his mother, like, listen, I'm not eating jollof today. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. So I'm like, just do it in moderation. Make the portions a little smaller or something. Like, I always have suggestions that'll help. So people don't feel like they're stuck, because a lot of dieting and a lot of, hate that phrase dieting, because your diet is what you eat, but a lot of the people nutrition programs that they get into, it's like it takes so much away from them that it's a shock to the system, to the point where a lot of people, they get frustrated and quit.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Oh my God, I can't have this, I can't have that, I can't have this, I can't have that. And it's like too much. You're
Right.
doing that with working out, with everything. It's just too much stress, and people kind of fall back from it. So my approach to nutrition, besides the 24 line, like dealing with like protein shakes or whatever, besides that is like, eat what you eat, but in moderation.
Yeah, yeah,
Lower the portions. Maybe you should have a little less rice and a little more protein. Add some more, add an extra piece of chicken, but take away some of that rice.
yeah,
Like, so that way they're still eating where they're comfortable and what they're comfortable eating, and if they're living at home, they're not alienating the wife or the mom or the whatever, like,
yeah.
or this, they still home, they still eating good home cooked meals where everybody feel good about it, and they feel good about themselves, like, hey, look what I'm doing. So they got one less thing to worry about. Let's just worry about getting in this gym, doing what we got to do, and staying consistent. And that makes all the difference, I found. Like,
Cooking was the biggest change I ever made in my entire life. In 2008, I was 460 pounds.
Get out of here.
No doubt. I got pictures to prove it. But the biggest change I made was cooking. That's all I do is cook my own meals, man. Like, I got to a point now I can move. I couldn't move at one point. Obviously, I was that big. But you need to be able to move or change something substantially, lifestyle-wise, to lose that weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was over 10 years I got to this point. You know what I mean? I feel good.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're going...
Aging in reverse, but I don't, inside is aging in reverse. Oh, thank God. You know what I mean? But the diet, man, you got to cook your own stuff. Like you said, the horseshoe explains that perfectly.
It's like I have a client, Kevin, and he has lymphedema.
Okay.
And that's like, when you see someone blow up, they look real big, and they have, like, what I'm saying, the extremities just get so huge that they can't even move. Like, sometimes people see those 600-pound life things and all that, and some people mock it or whatever, but it's a real thing.
Yeah, no doubt.
He walked in the door. Well, we went a whole process. I went a whole process with this man. What was it, 527 pounds?
Wow.
And dealing with an illness like that, where the body attacks itself. So he just keeps gaining all this weight, and he's getting huge, and his lymph nodes just makes everything just ginormous.
Yeah.
We started out like, just standing up.
Yeah.
It was just not even come to the gym, brother. Let me just get there with you. I went over there. We used to go over to the house, just get him to stand up. Like, we worked on that for so long. Then it was, you know, you can walk up the stairs, you can walk back to the house and just make it out to the front door, and then let's turn back. You got to wait about a 45 minutes to get back in the house, like, you know, because he's tired, you know, from doing all that. And we've went from that to the man you see on my videos. You know, he's almost a whole person out of here, like 200 pounds almost.
I gotta check it out, man. I didn't
And
see it. I gotta check it out.
now he's like ellipticals and lifting and moving. You know,
I was talking to someone 2 days ago, and I said, you don't understand. Like, I have a brand new snowblower in my cellar, right? Brand new. It's 2 years old. That's brand new. I opted to shovel just because I'm grateful to be able to. Because at one point, I couldn't walk from the living room to the bathroom without stopping twice because I was that unhealthy. You know what I mean? I had congestive heart failure. So my driveway is about halfway shoveled. I didn't get it all the way done yet, but I'm keeping at it every day because I want to do it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's great.
42 years old, if I can knock that plow thing down at the end of the driveway, the plow mound at my age, after what I've done everything, like I do it for my challenge, not for any other reason, you know? And I want to get out.
Right.
I mean,
and you get to get out the house.
Yeah, you got to challenge yourself. And it might be an ignorant challenge on that way, but people don't know.
That's not ignorant at all. Like, that's beautiful, man. I got a snow blower. It's called Chris. That's what I got all these kids. That's what I got all these kids for. Like, you know, you gotta go to work, brother.
I didn't get that as a kid, man. I'll tell you, like I never had kids, but I get it now. Look, I'll adopt, man. I'm adopted myself, so I'm always open to adopt. But I'm gonna need someone to shovel it eventually, man.
Yeah.
But phenomenal, man. Listen, great conversation tonight. I'm so pumped that we did this, man. Like I said, I seen you that first game. I was like, we got to get it in. We got to get it in. You got too much behind you. We're gonna take a deeper look into the Shamrocks when it comes around the next time, man, because I believe that spotlight. I can't wait for football season to start up again. Seeing you on those sidelines again, and our guys taking it home, man. We got
this is the year, man. This is the year. I think Bob and them got the formula, man.
They really do.
I think they got the formula. I think they put it in. You know, these kids are buying in. It's great. You know, and if they need to train, whatever they need, you know, I'm always there. Like I'm there with my son, my grandson, my nephew. Like I said, you know, other kids come in.
88 Webster Street.
88 Webster Street. Chris Fit Experience. You know, join the Beast movement, man. I'm also dealing with my own apparel.
I love that logo, dude. I love it.
Yeah, it's all there. Anyway.
There it is, right? The Beast movement, guys. Check it out. My man Chris Winfield here. Young Chris Winfield, number 61, gonna be crushing people again next year. Man, it's too good. We're gonna do this again, my man.
Absolutely. And anybody interested in find out about the workout programs or what I offer and things like that, you know, feel free you can just stop in. I accept drop-ins and everything. You know, you want to come in, try a workout. I'm right there, 88 Webster Street, like going towards Hope Cemetery, across from the old Bay State Gym. Well, it used to be the Bay State Gym. It's the warehouse. It looks kind of ambiguous. You look outside, it don't look like a gym, and then you get inside, and it's the temple, man.
It's famous in our neck of the woods, man.
Yeah, so you know, people could do that, and or you can just find me on Instagram as the Beast Movement or Chris Fit Experience. There's two of them, and Facebook is the same. You know, you inbox me at Chris Winfield, or you can inbox the Chris Fit Experience on Facebook, and my phone number is on there and all my information, so you can just grab it up, hit me, send me a text. Don't matter. I know Saturday night sometime I get a text, hey, I'm like, hey, what's up? up. Let's get ready. I see you on Monday. Let's get it. Like, so everyone is welcome. Hit me up,
And ladies, keep in mind,
talk about your fitness goals and see what we can do.
Get the assessment, make sure you're not gonna die, because I'm telling you, that anxiety is real for me, man. I'm like, I don't know. I just don't want the treadmill to be the last place I take a breath. That's all.
That's it.
No, but my man, thank you so much for coming through tonight. I appreciate the conversation. We had some real deep points too, man. I'll see you on the sidelines of the next game. Even before that, man, I'm gonna come check you out down there too. We'll get everything.
Yeah, absolutely. On the sidelines next game, man. And I hope to see you, man. You must stop by the pop-up, man. Come get a sweater or something.
Give me a little bit about that too. Let's touch on that before we go. What is the pop-up all about? I'm gonna post that ad too, guys.
Yeah, well, the pop-up is basically like a lot of homegrown entrepreneurs and vendors, people that do things that they starting their own clothesline, or they making handcrafted soaps and handmade jewelry. They doing all these great things and all these new businesses. That's all these local Worcester guys that's just all starting businesses.
I love that.
They don't have that, everyone isn't on SD and everyone isn't out there doing e-commerce. So what we got now is like our own thing where we pop up in different places, and we have raffles, they have giveaways, they have everything, but you also get a chance to come in and see all the new businesses and all the people that's doing things within the community. So we have a lot of people in there like myself, have athletic clothesline. We have someone else, like I said earlier, just recently, about handcrafted soaps and body washes and stuff, all organic stuff. You have other people. I have a couple them guys that redo the kicks for the people that like to do them, get those Jordans and get those things where they get them all custom made and stuff like that with designs. They got the guys in there that'll do it for you. They from
badass.
Yeah, they're from Cool Drip. Cool Drip, I believe, is located on Millbury Street.
Oh, okay.
But the pop-up is going to be on Green Street. And let me, if I can, let me just grab the address real quick. I know I gave you the flyer, but let me pull it up. Yeah.
Oh, we might be able to do one better here. Let me see.
Yeah, it's on damn, where is it? Oh, Michelangelo's on Green Street. It's
Can you see? Is it screen shared?
Yeah, there you go.
So we got it, right?
Yeah, there you go, right there.
All
so
right.
It'd be a whole bunch of news. Support the local people, man. Support the local brands, stuff like that. Everything from crafts to like glasses and photography, all the way down, man. So come on in. It's 138 Green Street, Worcester, Mass. Come to the White Room. We get in there and get a chance to see what Worcester's doing, man.
Love that, man. I've seen that Scoot Trip logo too around, man. They're climbing that ladder too in the community. I dig it.
Yeah, they're doing very good, man. And the barbershop and them guys is really doing good. They're doing a lot of stuff for the community. They've been doing some things where they've been looking out. So, come down, support Worcester, man. This is our city, our town. Let's just get it right.
Hell yeah. Yo, shout to whoever made that flyer right there, man. That's Mega Man right there. That's a badass video game.
Yeah, it's Mega Man and Mario. Like,
oh my God, man. Mega Man was a badass Nintendo game back in the day. Love it, man. So,
no doubt.
Hey, we'll end it on this note, man. We're going to, like I said, Chris, you're coming back again. We're always going to, this season, we'll go game by game this year, man. I can't wait for the Colonels to get back on that field.
So. Yeah, I can't wait for them to get out there. Now, it's good to see my boys get back out there on the field. I get to stand out there and just, do the proud dad thing, do the big family thing. It's a family event, so everyone will be there. Even my daughter plays. She took a little step back because she's cool now. So, but, she got a lot of girlfriends now, all her little friends. So, she took a step back, but she also works out. She's a decent power lifter in her own right. So we'll be there. The whole family will be there sitting on the sideline. as
Love it,
usual.
man. You got a crowd over there too. I noticed, man. Fully. We'll see, man. We'll see. I think they're in for a big one this year. And
Yeah,
Chris, keep doing what you do, man. I
absolutely,
see you.
man.
I see
Yep.
you. I see you doing positive things, man. Process, getting these kids trained and taking the deep looks into people that you do. You're not just the trainer. It seems like you genuinely care about your clients and the people that you work
Yeah,
with.
absolutely.
Yeah, man. Genuine wins always. Remember that. I mean, that's what it is, my man. Great night,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you for tuning in. My man, Chris Winfield, thank you as always, guys. TheBeastMovement.com. Check it out. Chris Fit Experience, 88 Webster Street. Go see my man here. And like I said, the ads will be up on official Shamrock Sports 508.com. Everybody, have a great night. Chris, peace, my man.
Thank you for having me, man. Have a good night.
Always.